Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We are here in Edgewood, Saskatchewan, because I have decided to come up with a little bit different take on at least what I normally do. I've had some payments come through. You guys can't see it, but earlier today, I was sitting about 115 bucks in the bank account, and I am maxed out on my loan. A $520,000 loan, and my balance is currently at $2,764. I haven't cheated any money in. We did have about $8 grand come through for harvest income, and everything else has gone into vehicle payments, purchasing new vehicles, because we have this farm here. On this map, you start actually over here with 21 and 2. I believe is the only fields that you actually get. I should know that because that's the area that I was playing on. I do want to let you guys know that unless there's been an update to it, there is a thin strip of grass between field 2 and 4. Well, this field 2, part of field 2, and then this one. This may be possibly considered as 21. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But with the way it's set up here, I doubt it. But what you would want to do if you're wanting to use courseplay is make that strip of grass in between these two fields a little bit wider, because otherwise courseplay is going to try to encircle this as well as field 4, just as a heads up. But I went the route and kind of made my own farm. Not the very first one that you get with like the farm that we were just talking about, as well as a select number of vehicles and all of that. But you get like 1.5 million. And what I decided to do is purchase these areas, this farm, and then these fields. And I added a couple buildings. But what we need to do is, because I just got done this morning plowing up the fields after we harvested. It was a situation where when I got the fields, they were already ready to go for harvest. So I was rushing to get those harvested so I didn't lose out on that basically free money to kind of help deal with our purchases. But I think I'm just about to the point where, aside from maybe a few things here and there, I don't think I'm going to need too much else. But this is our one and only tractor right now. A John Deere 7R. 350 Gen 2. We do have the weight on here. This is also the 7R that has a weight that is underneath, which draws your center of gravity down. This is our one and only planter. I do like this planter very well. Very much so. It's almost like my fault too when I don't want to go with an overly massive, but I still want to stick with John Deere with the green team. We do have a nice case, but when I'm trying to stick with a certain brand or a certain color, yeah. And honestly, if it came to real life, I know I've mentioned this in my videos before, but if it came to real life choices, I could care less as far as brand. If it's a working if it'd be a working tractor, I don't care if it was hot pink. If it was a working tractor, it's a working tractor. So I'm not sure what happened with these fields, because I went through and I spread lime on them because they all needed it bad. But after plowing most of it in, there are several spots where the lime didn't get quite exactly plowed under. So, yeah. Ooh, I didn't plow this field. We'll have to do that. We can kind of, yeah, this is our field here. One other thing about this that I actually didn't realize when I started playing on this is it has some of the extended crops. So we had one field that actually had flax on it, and then the other had lentils. And then, as you see here, we can also plant and harvest peas. I wasn't expecting that. I just thought it was pretty cool. And surprisingly enough, the lentils almost rival the soybeans. Because a lot of times soybeans tend to be one of the higher ones. Not always, but a lot of times, at least with how I play. Obviously, your gameplay may vary. I haven't quite gotten into doing grapes and olives yet, so who knows? Maybe this might change that for this gameplay. But this is a gameplay that, at least in terms of the money aspect, I'm not planning on doing any cheating on. What we get is what we get. Yeah, we actually got done with a very hard rainfall that it's about 2:30 in the afternoon in game time. It started about 8 o'clock this morning and just rained nonstop till about 1:30. So that's why you see in some of these fields standing water. And even over there, that's not a mirage, that's standing water over there in the middle of the field in a couple different spots. So I'm not going to be able to cultivate just yet, at least those fields. I gotta have my American flags, and I don't care if the one on the right here would not actually be put in place because of the power lines. This is a game, and I like the look of having 2 American flags. These poles out front are snow poles. So that way if we get a ton of snow, I can still find the driveway. So this little shed here on the left is one that I added. Part of it it has the RTK on top, which is designed to help with the satellite and tracking and all that. Of course, we have a little windmill there generating some power for the house and the sheds. This brightly colored red one here is no need to leave that running, is our workshop. Yeah, so we have a little storage there, and then just a little relaxing area back here with the desk. So yeah, this is going to be our area where if we need to work on vehicles, we'll do that in here. Basically, it just gives us a spot to come in out of the weather. This little lean-to and that one are ones I've added as well. This one has our seed and lime, I believe herbicide. This one basically has everything else. This shed here also is part of this particular one. We will be getting cattle. I think this is cattle. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure this one is for cattle. This is a little bit of a unique barn setup, in my opinion. But yeah, the windmill here generates a little bit of income for us, as well as gives us our source of water. The cell phone companies asked to put this here, and I countered with, well, I want to see a little income from it. And they went, okay. So I get a little income from that. And this radio tower here was already on the property when I bought the property. Not really. I added it. Just so you guys know, if you decide you want to hop on and download this. This map is part of the in-game mod hub. So So yeah, this generates a little bit of income for me as well. I do have, I believe that's an older, I think that's an RTK up there. That one's not a John Deere. But this is our header rack that I added here. Just try to keep things a little bit more organized. Yeah, this guy might be a little big for it. As you can see, the reel is kind of folded down as far as possible, and it's just barely slides in there. Yeah. But yeah, the 2 gas pump. This is the farm fuel, and that is the government juice. So that's where a bunch of our income or our money went, as well as filling these 2 up. So that's sitting at 94%. This guy's at 96%. That's basically after we had those filled, of me filling up this little trailer. The silos here are part of the farm as well. I didn't add those, as is the house. Unfortunately, I cannot delete the house. Not without a different mod. But yeah, this, I call it a hoop barn, but I don't know what the technical term is. But yeah, this one's also here on the farm. So yeah, I added a couple of buildings, just to kind of suit my particular needs. We'll kind of go from there. Oh, and I did add, excuse me, this particular grate here, which basically is a cell-all. And I kind of threw it in so that way, not necessarily as a quick sell place, because I don't believe this actually has good pricing. So just for wheat, it's middle of the board, looks like. Same with barley, oats. Let's see here. Soybeans are one. It's at the bottom end of soybeans. Middle of the road-ish for corn. Those are the 2 big ones I'm probably going to do. But honestly, I may end up doing more with flax, peas, and lentils. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan is actually one of the places where you need the train. So just a FYI there. Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun map to play on. So don't be surprised if you see this popping in every once in a while. A lot of times I just kind of hop on, and whatever map I want to play on, I'll play on for a little bit. And if I think I'm getting to a point where, or I'm doing a lot of something, or I'm making big changes, I may decide to record it. I know I don't have near the kind of recording prowess, I guess, as some other people, but I'm doing what I can. Considering I do treat this as a part-time job. Yeah, this Lizard Colossus 9000 is actually a very nice harvester. And of course, this is just the paint scheme I went with. An orange with a little bit of a very dark purple. Which, it's a lot hard to tell with the very dirty header, but yeah, that's the same color. The Lizard Titan Draper. But yeah, I'm going to be working on getting these fields. pH values looking good. So depending on what we plant here next will depend on the nitrogen. But cultivating up these fields is going to be a little bit of a task, considering I have several areas where we, or if it was actually part of the game, where we need to run tile to get these areas drained out. So, which is a shame that I can't, make it to where there's a nice little pond in this area for that all to drain to, but Ow, my feet are getting soaked. Now they're getting stuck in mud. Yeah, this is kind of what I mean. We have this plowed, but it's almost like we put too much, or there's just a different texture. So the lime didn't actually get plowed under. I really don't know. I've never really had this big of an issue with the limes, so I'm hoping the cultivation fixes that. Of course, we have a few of our grain augers. This one here is to actually treat any seed that we get. So, ooh, I didn't realize that these were this full. 1.3 liters, or 3 million liters. Yeah. What about this big one? 1.6 million. 1,600,000. I'll take that. So yeah, this is our little farmyard. Got the new Ford Raptor, or Lizard Raptor. Lizard F350, as it is. That just got released on the Mod Hub this week. What? They got a nice little license plate to go with the maps, so. Hold on. I got 3% damage on that. Only thing I've done is tow things with it. What the heck? Okay. But we're gonna hop up in the tractor, and I know of at least 1 or 2 fields, maybe 3 fields that I can get cultivated. Because I know for certain I see standing water in 2 of them. Okay, 3. I just saw the standing water over here. And then on the other side of this field is we have a smaller one, which would be 16. Yeah, this one here. That says 16, but highlighted is 56. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little weird that it changes that, but all right. So yeah, a lot of these fields are going to be on the smaller end. That doesn't bother me a bit. Let's take a quick look here, see if just cultivating it again will resolve the lime issue that we're having. I just hope it doesn't cause an issue with actually planting or putting down fertilizer. Ah, there it goes. Oop. Don't want to take out my fence. Oh man, so much dust. Ugh. Whew, almost couldn't see there. Almost took out the fence again. So I am thinking of actually planting this into grass. We do have a grass field in the back behind, close to where the 2 towers are, the radio tower and the cell tower. I apologize for that abrupt silence for me. A train decided to pass. The way things have been going lately, I knew I'm probably going to have to at least edit my mic out for that part. Because it's a little bit different than the actual... What's going on with my hitch back here? Interesting. Just a glitch in the matrix, it looks like, for that. But yeah, the grass field that we had back where the radio tower and the cell towers are is a grass field that I think I might... Well, eventually that's going to become area for expansion, if it comes down to it. mainly because it keeps prying eyes off of my equipment when it's close to the road, so therefore less chance of possible theft. At the same time, it's just a nice, quaint little area that's not exactly ripe for a nice field, but at the same time, you know, if I get rid of that grass field, I'm going to need it, especially if I have animals on the farm, which this particular map I am definitely going to do. I keep saying that, but I rarely seem to be able to get around to do it. So this particular one, I'm going to have a reason if I don't get around to it, because I'm not going to be able to afford them for a bit until I get that loan paid off. Because that loan's going to start taking out a good chunk of money here before too long. But we're going to do what we can to invest the money as best as we can as we get the income. As I have it set up, I am not running seasons. The seasons, well, I guess if you want to call it the seasons mask, is going to be running because, you know, we're still running month to month to month. I have it set for 5-day months, so. But the crop growth is not going to be following these seasons. So you may find me hopping in here and harvesting plants when we have snow on the ground. I've yet to do that in this version of the game, of Farming Sim. I think I did that a couple times in 17 and 19. Obviously back before I started YouTubing. And that's always an interesting thing to do. But since we're talking about it, let's go check out that other field. Which is this field here. And I've also thought about buying that plot of land there. But it's a massive field. And they're selling it for $270,000, almost $271,000. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to afford that anytime soon. But you can see the little field that I'm talking about here. If we keep it going, I'm definitely going to be expanding the edges, so that way we can get the best grass off of it possible for our animals once we start getting them. But there is an entrance back here through the gravel way, so we can actually put another gate back here to keep people off the property, which is something I might do. Well, more than likely we'll do at that point. So, because I don't need, you know, potential thieves coming onto my property to try to take my hard-earned equipment that I'm, you know, busting my butt to try to get paid off. So, I think that's just a quick little farm tour for this map. Just that way you guys aren't, you know, surprised too much when I decide to bring it to the channel again at this point. So I think I'm going to end the video there. So guys, as always, if you happen to like what you see, if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just a select few here and there. If you're already subscribed, guys, I thank you and I greatly appreciate it. So with all that being said, we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.